Now, if Hamas did this, uh, didn't they expect that America, Biden, and all, no, not America, creepy Joe Biden and his secret society conglomerate garbage, who trumped up this whole Israel plan, talking about we have to create an Israel, and guess where he put it? In Africa, in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? To control that region right by Saudi Arabia and all the rest of them, Sudan, Ethiopia, and so forth. Now, you saying that the Gazan people had something to do with it? Who's bearing the price for this secret society, probably CIA, FBI mission? Don't give me that bullshit. And it's not a war, it's a slaughter, a merciless slaughter of people who have no defense to protect themselves. The only thing they're doing is being slaughtered, using American people's money, the American people's so-called military industrial complex, and all of them in the secret society, Luciferian mathematical garbage that they practice, is doing this shit and calling themselves people. And the people of the world is sitting there, and the only thing they have is protest and a lot of talk. Meanwhile, the Gazan people's lives are being lost by the hundreds. Hmm? 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 And then got a nerve to say that it's a Israel Hamas. First of all, Israel shouldn't be there. They're fake. They're lying and they're fake. 100%. I always said that. Even long before I heard the words of the great general and the young Pharaoh, I already knew this. Not taking nothing from their legs or them itself. But I knew about it, you know? And talking about the war and the global surge in anti-Semitism. Anti-Semit, listen, I'm fucking tired of that fucking word. Don't use that piece of shit in order to lie to the motherfucking people and fucking use that as what a wordplay to psychologically make people have some sympathy for your bullshit. Hmm? Talking about anti-Semitism, more like racism, if anything at all. And you're using this anti-Semitism word and censoring people's words when they strike out against those who are doing the criminal action against people in this world. No longer can that word be used as a way of blocking the minds of the people from coming up and seeing the garbage that you do. It's not used in its rightful form anyway. You know what I'm saying? Talking about anti-Semitism with post-Israel war update delivered right to your inbox every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's bull. What good is that? You're killing off the Palestinian people and genociding them and blaming Hamas? That wasn't Hamas that probably shot that rocket that killed the people in the land of Egypt that you criminally renamed Israel. That was done as a secret mission to spark off the genocidal behavior of Netanyahu on the Gazan people. My question is, many of those groups you call Hamas and many groups that come into the Gazan people and the Palestinians have been dictating over these people's lives and causing much death amongst them. So if they did all of this, And Biden jumps to support that. You're telling me creepy ass pedophilia man support that. And Chuck the Duck Schumer and many others, Republicans as well, of the genocidal genocide of the Palestinian people with great power of your might being used to do so? Okay, 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 hmm okay. The Republicans cited a litany of concerns, bashing the package as woefully insufficient and demand more time to work on it. Demon blood clot Democrats accuse them of tanking it due to creepy, due to, I'm sorry, due to this, but due to President Trump's, Donald J. Trump, Trumpy baby, concern about the 2024 election. The two don't go together, so they're lying, wordplay, and also criminally, uh, psychologically trying to change the narrative. The bill that advanced on Sunday entailed roughly $61 billion dollars for Ukraine, 14 billion dollars for the fake ass country, the fake ass people who invaded, criminally renamed African land, Israel, in killing off the Palestinian people and the African people as well, and all those in the region that they don't want there. And you attach to that $14 billion for that and 4.83 billion for Indo-Pacific allies as well as language and address the fentanyl crisis. The fentanyl crisis has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You allowed that and created that as well. Creepy Joe Biden been doing this lying shit since he first got in the eyes of the people who call themselves in government. He's a lying son of a bitch. Always been. He was put there to do this shit that we see going on today. The baton was passed to this criminal idiot. And people sat there and still elected this man or even gave him any kind of vote. It goes to show that many of them have never done no research. They're only interested in the money. It isn't all about money, son. Don't let the money make you a jackass. Don't let the money kill you. Don't let the money run your life. Everybody needs money because it's a modern day resource. But to do this and not have anything to say and backing up the tyrants in which the baton has been passed through from generation to generation, still killing, still murdering the people, you are just as guilty as all the rest. Don't tell me you're not. Russia increased drone production during the Ukraine war, defense minister, and so forth. It's no exaggeration to say that the eyes of the world are on the United States Senate with, listen to this, Majority Leader Mitch Nutke's jackass McConnell. He's another fucker that y'all need to run out of our government. Chuck gotta go and he gotta go. But you keep electing the same people who's gearing you to your own destruction. He said this bullshit. There's no exaggeration to that. The eyes of the world, listen to it, the eyes of the world. The eyes of the world is not on you. For whatever reason, you and Chuck the Duck, Nancy Pelosi, Obama, criminal fucking knucklehead, fucking jackass, is thinking that you got the minds of the people on this matter. They're looking at you because they're watching your bloodthirsty, killing, murdering machine while you sit up there and never been on one motherfucking battlefield. You have never fought a war, and you're sitting up there pushing a motherfucking pen in a motherfucking suit, doing Luciferian, Baphomet murder shit against people when they find out about your shit. Get out of my face. Garbage, nigga. And that goes for Bush Donkey Jr., his father, and the rest of your motherfuckers going all the way back to your Albert Pike bullshit. Now he has the decency to go on to say, we don't wield American strength. Yes, you do. You sitting up there taking our money, the so-called military that's supposed to be protecting the United States, and you using it to do garbage across the planet for over 7,500 fucking years, probably. At the cost of who lives? Chuck the Duck Schumer, Mitch the Nutcase, blood-thirsty, knucklehead, prune face, ass, huh? Talking about we don't wield the American strength. You know what I'm saying? Frivolously, I guess you can say frivolously, I guess. We do it because it's in our own interest. Of course. What interest is that? Hmm? What interest do they have in the destruction of the Palestinian people over 75 fucking years? To get to this point where you are now actually trying to genocide them, wipe them off the face of the planet, and have a nerve to have meetings to decide whether or not to genocide. Is the American people hearing this, or they just full of shit altogether? Because if you want to kill all the Palestinian people, what's stopping you from killing all the American people one day? Or even doing that now? Hmm? And it's in their own interest. This garbage that we see, what interest is that of you in Egypt that you haven't already done already? Huh? Letting them in the country, the Ottoman Turks, letting y'all in the country talking about y'all discovering, raiding the tombs, robbing Egypt of everything you could possibly get your hands on, and then turning around and trying to rewrite the history away from black people to make them think that that's not their people and that's not their culture. That's not their ancestors. Hmm? What interest you have in that region? Chuck the Duck, Jackass Schumer, you idiot. Following along with post coverage of the fake ass invasion called Israel, war Hamas, bullshit, while the Gazan people pay the price for that. Mitch Dummy McConnell, idiot, Luciferian, blood sucking, thirsty idiot, let's just call them what they are, has been strong a proponent in additional aid to Ukraine. Why would Mitch McConnell have such interest, along with Obama criminal sucking blood ass, sweet bum Obama, gender ass? What interest do you really have to aid Ukraine? And has endured calls for his calls for his. Mm, 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 mm. You've been called out from some firebands such as, I guess, Ted Cruz, and many others. The Pentagon has estimated that the funds for Ukraine have effective has effectively dried up, I guess they say. You know what I'm saying? You're full of shit. Mitch McConnell, dumbass, and a crook from the old book, you know what I'm saying, has a strong proponent of additional aid to Ukraine and has endured calls for his ouster from some fire band such as Senate Ted Cruz. I've been calling for Chuck the Duck Schumer ousting Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, and many others over many years. You know how long them fuckheads have been there doing this, maintaining this bloodthirsty killing machine, hiding secrets under the table, finding shit and then using it against the American people, building shit and now using it against America. The Pentagon estimates that the funds for Ukraine have effectively run out. Mhm. German Chancellor, listen to this. German Chancellor, Mr. Chancey Baby. Ooh, yeah, the German Chancellor, he comes out of nowhere. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It's the German Chancellor. Mm. Huh? Whatever his name, Olaf. So, whatever the fuck his name is. Name spelled O-L, Olaf, or whatever his name is. O-L-A-F. Last name, supposed to be government probably. You know what I'm saying? Schnuz or whatever his name is, or Schneech or whatever. Last name spelled S-C. Last name Scholz. Schools or whatever his name is. Who visit Washington last week, urging Congress to advance the package. Didn't the Germans learn anything from the garbage that you allowed and did? Talking that fucking racist garbage that you was talking and doing? hmm Okay. hmm The failure of the United States Congress, you know what I'm saying, if it occurs not to support Ukraine, is close to a criminal negligence. He's lying. He's lying and he's wordplaying. He's lying and he's wordplaying, as usual. Neglecting neglecting it is an outrage. No, what is an outrage is that you came to this country at all. What is an outrage is what you did back then in your confusional piece of garbage, another man's wallet bullshit you did during the German war. The nonsense that you did to the people and people in general is unprecedented. The many lives that have been lost was unprecedented. The many soldiers that died on the battlefield was unprecedented. You have no room to come into this country and have any influence and any words that should be heard. You should have been sent back to Germany where you came from and stay your ass there. You're full of garbage. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. You're full of garbage. Let's just be honest. What the fuck is you doing over here in our country talking this shit? Talking about this outrage. The only outrage is that you came over here. Well, what is his name is Strudel Noodle. I mean Strudel Doodle or whatever the fuck his name is, Schools or whatever. Said during the during you know what I'm saying his little visit here. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. during his White House visit. So much is at stake, so they better step up. No, so much is at stake, you need to get the fuck out of our country. You don't keep voting for these clowns. I know, sitting up there in the picture, looking like they're doing something so great, and all you could see with their little admiral flag they got going on there, you know what I'm saying? Three blind dummies. Strudel Noodle or Scoodle, whatever his name from Germany, Chuck the Duck, Luciferian blood sucking thirsty ass, and Mitch McConnell poon faced dumbass. You must stop electing these people who are destroying your country, your name, and everything else. Even your freedom is at stake here. Wannabe Luciferian pedophilia creep Joe Biden had asked Congress in more ways than one, you know what I'm saying, to re-up funding for Ukraine last August. But Congress has been, gridlocked from doing so for months. Here comes the psychology. In his mind frame, he said, if America doesn't assist Ukraine, Putin is all too likely to succeed. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.